Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Fe-215B-183, a Tier 10 British tech tree tank destroyer, a vehicle that is fair and balanced and has nothing overpowered about it. Well, at least that's what I said on my live stream when I double-tuned 183s with Lego and proceeded to two-shot 3 tanks in a row, frontlining. Yeah. The 183 is a ridiculous tank because of the fact Wargaming keeps buffing its accuracy. How? Well, first of all, they buffed Refined Gun. It went from a 10% buff to a 15% buff on base dispersion. Not only did they buff Refined Gun, but then they also proceeded to buff the actual base dispersion of the 183 in the latest update of the game, going from 0.35 to 0.33-ish, 0.339 to be exact, but still, the 183 is now the most accurate it's ever been in the game. And because of that, you are... Well, actually, no, I think originally the 183 was actually 0.326, believe it or not. But still, like, the 183 is way more accurate than it has any right to be. Especially because, you know, people are like, oh, it got nerfed because it's base dispersion. Ooh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Ah, non-penning shell? Thank you for the 550 damage. Who needs to pen when you can still deal 550 with a non-pen? But yeah, what I was saying is that, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, the tank got nerfed because its aiming time got worse. But I don't really think it got nerfed, to be honest. I really don't. I think that it got a massive buff if you actually look at it. We have the enemy 183 over here. And, well, we'll see if he actually pokes this at all. He's very close to. We can see where he is, and, well, there's the 55A. Right now, I'm just waiting for one of these 183s to hopefully poke this IS-4, and we can get a shell out. That's my hope. Oh, never mind. The 55A actually kills him. That's really sad, bruh. That is so sad. Okay, well, I don't love that. I'm gonna be honest. I do not love that. Our team is going to slowly push up. We know that they've made their way through the base, so what I'm also kind of hoping is that maybe if I sit here, I can get a big old juicer into somebody, and then I can pull forwards, but I gotta be real careful. Oh, there's the 263. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's aim in, and we'll just fire a standard shell. There you go. Look at that accuracy. Like, that's kind of wild that this tank actually has accuracy. That I'm able to hit a 263 across the map with very little effort and just whip off, you know, 900 of his health. So now what are we going to do? Well, they got 4 tanks left, and 2 of which are tank destroyers. I'm just going to get behind the enemy here if I can. Type 68 is spotted, and there you go. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Chunk! 1252 HP taken off of the Type 68. And we pull into cover. That's 2700 damage dealt now. Pretty challenging stuff coming from the 183, right? Super duper challenging gameplay. Yeah, most definitely. Alright, well, we reload again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and oh, we got the enemy 183 showing me the side of his turret. Bonk! 1327 damage. Well, we do get hits, and we get hit again. But I don't care. I've already ruined the enemy team. Alright, well, there's the enemy 183. Oh, he gets a bounce, actually, which is rather surprising. I do not want to get hit by this type. Oh, and he hits it. Bruh, that's so cringe. Alright, well, let's see. Poke it. Yes! Sweet. Thank you for the 5,000 damage to my name. It'd be great if this Kron did anything to help me, but right now he's doing literally nothing. Will he do anything to help me? That's the question that I have on my mind. Alright, let's back up. 3, 2, 1, and ammo racked as well. What's really impressive is that our team's actually struggling to win this game. Like, I don't understand how I've done over 5,000 damage, and our team is like, oh. Alright, well, this should be a win, which is pretty nice at least. I'm just going to back up here, and we'll see what we can do. Our TVP gets the clear on that player, and with that in mind, and with the Kron flanking over there, I would assume that this type is looking over towards the Kron. So, I'm just going to maneuver right over here, and this type is like, I don't know what to do. There you go. Easy game for the 183. And this is why the 183 is an overpowered tank. I actually think it is kind of OP now. They've buffed the dispersion again to a point where, like, it just gets away with whatever it wants. You can shoot people across the map, no problem. I mean, look at that. 5,600 damage. We got a first class, absolutely crapped on the enemy, and got a win with very little effort whatsoever. Also, I've not seen Papa Rage in a very long time, so let me give him a little fire. I don't know if he likes me or not, but kind of cool to see Papa Rage. Either way, just an absolute steamroll. No issues, no effort, nothing really needed to be used. And look at the enemy 183, 5,000 damage as well. Not only do we have this game, but I also start a game from yesterday. I was just messing around with this tank. I was streaming to my friend on Discord, and I said, what tank do you want me to drive? And of course, he picked the 183. So I said, fine, I'll do the 183. And, well, you're going to see the game I played in the 183. So what do we have up against us? We have a CS63, IS-4, Sheridan, VZ, and then we have 3 tank destroyers, a 183, an E4, and a WZ-111, or WZ-113 GFT. So, we are going to start this game off by making our way into the tank destroyer bush. I like to go wide this route to the bush because it's a lot safer than going the short route. Now, sometimes, depending on where you spawn, it's faster to go the other way, but in general, safety is key. You don't want to be spotted in your 183 when crossing. So, what are we going to do? Well, we got the enemy CS-63, we got the Sheridan, okay, and I've got an AP shell loaded, because I know that Sheridan armor is incredibly troll to shoot at. Now, I could fire a standard HE and it would deal a lot of damage, but I just don't trust HE on Sheridans. You'll notice that a lot. But I see that the Sheridan poked that once, so I'm hoping... Oh, never mind. Sheridan's just going to drive out in the open, and boop. There you go. 600 damage off of that player, and the enemy 183 misses me. Okay, well, that's a good start. We're going to reload again. You know what the funniest part about the 183 is? It has 3,000 base DPM, which is kind of wild. So we get one shell out. Now we're going to reload, and let's see. Well, there's the enemy 183. Side on. Not very smart. There you go. 1,220 health stripped off of his tank. I'm not sure why that player would poke that after he clearly saw me in that bush like 2 seconds earlier, but his game's over. Then I see there's an IS-4 on my flank, so, oh boy, this isn't great. We got 2 tanks on my side. Now we're up to 1,800 damage, which is not bad at all when you think about it. And right now, I'm just going to try and push up. I was really hoping that I could get past this bush and to the side of the VZ and IS-4 without being detected. But because this vehicle's so tall, you can see the VZ does push up and is able to see me at the last second. However, it looks like that VZ is not over here, but the IS-4 is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to load a HESH shell, aim it on the IS-4 lower plate, and deal 1,219 damage. That full health heavy has now lost half of his entire hit point pool. Yeah, kind of wild. I'm not going to use my repair kit because I know if I do, it's going to be a waste. And now the IS-4 gets shot by my teammate, which allows me to one-shot him. So I'm just going to roll around the corner, aim in an AP shell, bonk, there you go. 803 damage into the enemy there. So now we're up to 3,800 damage. I have killed 2 vehicles, basically. I mean, I did kill 2. I killed the Sheridan, but I mean, like, full health. I killed the enemy 183 with 1 shot, and I also absolutely nuked that IS-4. So now we have the WZ and VZ. I'm going to aim in on this VZ, even though my teammate's blocking the shell. We aim in. There you go. Yeah, I don't really notice the aiming time nerf, to be honest, because the on-movement dispersion of the 183 is actually surprisingly good. So as you can see, we're now up to 5,077 damage. We have 10 seconds left on our reload, and the WZ, well, he actually gets somehow a miss from the Super Conk. The Badger doesn't have the shell on him, but oof, this is not an easy shell for me to hit. Well, yeah, there you go. Right into the turret. And just like that, 6,006 damage dealt. This is one of the easiest tanks to deal a lot of damage in. 3 pens, and you're at 3,000. And if those are HESH pens, you're at 3,600. This game was an easy 6,000 damage mastery. We earned over 150,000 credits, finished top on the team. Honestly, the 183 is just not a hard tank to do well in. Even the game that I didn't show you guys, because I played it before, I still did 3,800 damage. I don't know, guys. This tank, I really think after all the buffs that Wargaming has given it over and over and over, it is back to being a freaking beast. I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I am glad that it's not a pile of trash, because at least it can do something on the battlefield. But on the other hand, I'm not very happy to see that this tank is now even more accurate, because it means for a player like myself that usually does play somewhat aggressive, it makes this a much harder tank to counter. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the 183, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!